Well, let them do that, man. You gotta build up.
That's the point of endurance, man. That's the point of endurance, because sometimes you can't get away. You just gotta stay there. Sometimes you can get away, but most times that's the point of endurance. What does the word endurance mean? To make hard. Right?
It's just like you're running a race, man. Yeah, you're gonna feel the but you gotta be like, fuck this. I gotta keep going.
Made it this far.
Yeah.
Because that's the Lord. That was
Hold on.
the wear of his body, right?
Give
so
it
the Lord, at times he was going crazy. He said, "What do these people want from me?" You know, but he had to endure.
That's right.
And there's times where you think it can't go anymore, and then you look back and you're like, "Fuck, I made it this far." And then the Lord, you just gotta pray. If you gotta just cut out food for a day and fast, that's what you do. You know? But it'll come to certain times when you just feel like you're going crazy.
Yeah. I remember one time I was walking probably for 4 or 5 hours, man. I remember when I got kicked out of my house, man. My mother kicked me out of my house and brought me to my dad's house. I didn't even go, and I just walked back home. And then police were looking for me, man. I walked right past them, police didn't even fucking see me. That's when I was young, you know? I was like so fucking thirsty. I'm like, I'm fucking still going. My legs were done. My hands were like so fucking hot. Like I couldn't feel my hands and shit. I'm just like, what? I didn't eat or nothing. Just had to keep going.
Alright, so this is for the definition of adversity. It says narrow, tight, straight, distress, adversary, foe, enemy, oppressor, hard pebble, flint. And then I have the word for affliction. Right? It says here oppression, distress, pressure.
Yeah, hey, when there's pressure, you end up sometimes folding, man. But the thing is, you know, if it's the Most High's will, so be it, right? You gotta continue, you know? What is your purpose, man? What is your purpose?
You know, since the water affliction is what it says in the bar?
Yeah, it says affliction.
Water affliction?
I'll read it again. This is Isaiah chapter 30, verse 20. And though the Lord give you the bread of adversity and the water of affliction.
So the truth here is affliction, right? Because the truth is water. You know what I'm saying? So it's not as an easy thing where you're going to digest and say, oh, it's easy, man. Now I'm in the truth, it's going to be hard. Brother saying you're going to be by yourself, man. You're going to learn to be a soldier. It's not something I'm walking by myself, and my mind's always on the scriptures, man. And I'm smiling to myself, like, you know, that the Most High has opened my mind to figure shit out. And I'm laughing. And I catch myself laughing to myself. I go, if someone sees me, I say, that guy's crazy. Right? Because he's laughing by himself. Right? I'm like, you know, so I look around, you know, I'm like, all right. But I'm still laughing. I'm like, you know, this is all right. I'm glad the Most High woke me from this truth to this truth. Right? So I see the buildings on the so-called, what they call nice, and this restaurant, I'm walking by them, and I can't afford to go in them. I'm like, I'm glad I can't afford to go in them. I'm glad I'm not trying to be a part of the system, right? So I laugh to myself, and I praise Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man. Tawada, you know, like, glad.
But Salakia, you know, I'm sorry to cut you,
No problem.
but that's what our people, they don't understand what you're saying. You know, I'm talking about the ones in the world, because that's exactly how Israel was acting when they came out of Egypt. Because that's why the Lord, he rained down the manna, and then he got the water to come out the rock. It's because they didn't understand the water of affliction and the bread of adversity that was coming down. That was all symbolic to what this precept is going into, you know. So anyway, Salakia, brother, but I just had to bring that point out because that's Israel. Israel's stiff-necked like that. That was it.
This is James 5 and verse 10. It says, take my brethren, the prophets, who have spoken in the name of the Lord, for an example of suffering, affliction, and of patience. Behold, we count them happy which endure. Ye have heard of the patience of Job. And you gotta read those stories, man. Especially the book of Job, man. Because Job went crazy. And you've seen his end, right? And have seen the end of the Lord, that the Lord is very pitiful and of tender mercy. Right?
You have to read that.
Nobody went through the hell like Job. You know? Except the Lord, Yahushua.
Right. Satan inquired of the Most High twice to fuck his life up, man. fuck his life up. His wife turned on him. His children got murdered. I mean, got killed by the Most High person.
Servants.
You know, servants, his cattle got destroyed. You know, whirlwinds.
He's plagued in his body.
Yeah.
He had boils. Got
Actually,
checked out.
no, his house got plagued in a whirlwind, and then his cattle and all that got taken down by another bunch of robbers, man. Came and spoiled
They
him.
got a big old black woman. You know, Christ gotta die. You know what I mean? Curse the Most High. Like, nothing hurt more than when you do your things, and a bitch that live with you talking shit. You know what I mean? I know her mouth is big. I mean, you believe in this Most High? Where is this? You don't know God. You know, just under your skin every day. Don't knock her up, but you just don't do it because you're like, man, I ain't thought to deal with you, man. You know what I mean? You know, man, infirmities.
Job just sat there and basically said, leave me alone.
Yeah.
That to everybody.
You know what I mean?
He just sat in solitude.
And that's how you gotta be, man. Like that Elder Camp says, like Job. You know, just take it. Because what? You're envisioning what's to come, right? That's what your faith is in, man. That's what keeps you strong. Because you know the end, if you're faithful to Yahweh Shem Shai, the end is gonna be glorious. Eyes have not seen, ears have not heard, man. All right? So that gives you, and invigorates you, right? That charges up your cells. That makes you lively stone. Makes you a lively stone. Right? You know, man, I'm doing this because of this, man. But them people in the world, what they do, they don't know what they worship, right?
You worship, you know not what
God.
you worship.
That's all the people in the world, man. You don't know what you're worshiping, man. You don't know about Yahweh Shai. You don't know about Yahweh. You know?
They don't actually put themselves in the situation what happened with Lord when he actually was persecuted, man. Got beaten, stomped, and all of that, and marred, man. Right? And then put on the cross.
This is John chapter 15 verse 19. If he were of the world would have loved his own. But because ye are not of the world, but I have chosen you out of the world, therefore the world hated you. Remember the word that I said unto you, the servant is not greater than his Lord. If they have prosecuted me, they will also prosecute you. If they have kept my saying, they will keep yours also. But all these things will they do unto you for my name's sake, because they...
Because their child's birthday, your woman might get on you. Why don't you celebrate? Look, I don't do that shit. Or Christmas, or your family. Why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? It's all for the Lord's need, man, for His sake. Every which way you look at it, to the point of, like, again, even the common thing of birthdays, even fucking Muslims, anybody, man, they celebrate birthdays. We're the only people, man, that says we don't do that shit. And people look at us like we got three heads, like, why? What is so wicked about it? And then they look at you like you're crazy, man. You know, it's for the Lord, man.
Verse 21, but all these things will they do unto you for my name's sake, because they not know him that sent me. If I had not come and spoken unto them, they had not had sin, but now they have no cloak for their sin. He that hated me hateth my Father also. If I had not done among them the works which none other man did, they had not had sin, but now have they both seen and hated both me and my Father. But this come to pass, that the word might be fulfilled that is written in their law, they hated me without a cause. But when the Comforter is come, whom I will send unto you from the Father, even the Spirit of the truth, which proceeded from the Father, he shall testify of me. And
Which is the word, man. The Comforter is the word. Comforting us, the hopeful elect, man. You know?
Just really Yahushua. He comes in the volume of the book and he said, I'm with him till the end of the world.
Right? Yeah, which is Psalms, what, 40 and 12 or something. Yeah, 40 and 7. And then there's another one, I think, in New Testament.
But the camp started off with those same scriptures. And you were here, so the Lord wanted this to be again. Because this came out earlier in the camp. And it's being said again. Right? So this is the Spirit. Because the brother wasn't here earlier on.
Yeah.
And that's two scriptures read and this came out again. So the Lord said, you know what? the law was given to his people, to some of these people, man. They don't want to hate the Lord. Because the Lord don't care about they don't care if you hate him or not. They don't care that Moabite hate him
No.
and the Edomites. They don't really care about that. They care about these people, man. And you hate the Lord. For what? Pretend you don't do birthdays, don't do Christmas. It's not of us to do Christmas.
It's not our spirit, man. That's not in us to celebrate these pagan holidays, man.
But he said that the truth will make it free. And that's stressful, man. That's because you ain't working right now. You'll be like, oh, it's so-and-so Christmas, I can get them. And you have like $50. You're like, what can I get $50? Yeah. I mean, you have 4 people to buy for it. Man, you know, it's stressful. That's why he might kill himself. This time is very, for people,